is a model question. We have to find the mean in these instances. Okay, by using the assumed mean case, we are going to find our assumed mean and mean, actual mean in this case. For an example, mm, I took this chart. Okay, in here we have to complete our mid value. Okay, first of all, the speeds, that means the class intervals and their respective frequencies were given accordingly. We have to complete our mid value in this second column. Okay, to find the mid value, what do we need to do? This is our lower class boundary, this is our upper class boundary. You should add up them. That means 20 plus 30, that is 50. 50 should be divided by number 2. That will give you 25. Similarly, 30 plus 40, that is 70. 20 divided by 2 will give you 35. 40 plus 50, 90. 90 divided by 2 will give you 45. Then 55, 65, 75 and 85. Okay. Thereafter, here is our major thing happening. Okay, next thing is about to find your deviation. Okay. Before starting to find the deviation, we have to determine our model class. Okay, model class means in the frequency column, the class interval which is holding highest number of frequency in the frequency column, which is holding highest number of frequency, that is the 16. Okay, 16 is the model class, that means highest number of frequencies occupied by this particular group. So this model class mid value should be our assumed mean. Okay, assumed mean, this should be our assumed mean. Okay, we found our assumed mean as 55. Okay, let's note it here. Okay, then after let's find our deviations. To find the deviation, what do we need to do? From each class interval. Okay, from each class interval, mid value. Okay, 25. From 25, you should subtract 35. Okay, from the each class mid value, each class intervals mid value, you have to subtract your assumed mean. Okay, this class mid value is 25. From that, you should subtract your assumed mean, which is 55. So 25 minus 55, that will give you negative 30. That should be our deviation in this case. Then after, next thing, 35 minus 55. 35 minus assumed mean. Assumed mean we already found. Assumed mean is 55. So 35 minus 55, that will give you negative 20. Similarly, here also 45 minus assumed mean 55, that will give you negative 10. Then 55, here also we need to subtract exact assumed mean. So 55 minus 55, that will give you 0. Then 65 minus 55, that will give you positive 10. It's better to indicate positive direction. 75 minus assumed mean, which is 55, that will give you positive 20. Finally, 85 minus assumed mean 55, that will give you positive 30. Okay, we completed our deviation column. Okay, then finally our task is to fill up FD column. Okay, here we need to fill up our FD column. FD means multiplication of frequency with its respective deviation. It's very easy. So F is 5, deviation is negative 30. So when you multiply, that will give you negative 150. 7 times negative 20, that is negative 140. 12 times negative 10, negative 120. 16 times 0, 0. 15 times positive 10, positive 150. Then 3 times positive 20, positive 60. 2 times positive 30, it should be positive 60. Okay, positive 60. Thereafter, I told you that in these cases, you have to add up your negative values separately and positive values separately. Okay, that will give you a better understanding about the question. For that, I'll add up the negative values separately. So when you add up your negative values separately, negative 150 and negative 140 and negative 120. That will give you negative 410. Negative 410. When you add up your positive values, so that 150 plus 60 plus 60, that is positive 270. Positive 270. Okay. What is the formula which we need to use while we need to find the actual mean in assumed mean instances? The formula we have to use is mean equals to A plus sigma FD upon sigma F. Sigma FD upon sigma F. Okay. A means A is our assumed mean. A should be our assumed mean. Then sigma FD is summation of FD column. So let's find the summation of FD column, sigma FD. For that, we found, we identified the negative summation, that is negative 410, and positive value summation positive 270. So when you add up them, that will give you final answer as it is equals to, I'll write over here, negative 140. This is the summation of sigma FD. Sigma FD is negative 140. Similarly, we need to find sigma F, summation of sigma F. For that, let's add the F quantity. 5 plus 7 plus 12 plus 16 plus 15 plus 3 plus 2. So that will give you the summation of frequencies are 60. 60. Okay. Now we identified all the values which we need to find our actual mean. Okay, mean is equals to assumed mean minus, sorry, plus sigma ft upon sigma f. Okay, let's substitute the according values in the formula. Assumed mean, what is our assumed mean? That is 55. Okay, 55 plus sigma ft. Hence it is a fraction. Let's use a pair of brackets. Okay, sigma ft negative 140 should be divided by negative 140. 140 should be divided by summation of f values, which is 60. So 55, when you divide 140, 140 divided by 60, that will give you negative. Positive into negative, negative, no. Negative 2.33. Negative 2.33. So from 55, we have to subtract 2.33. That will give you 52.67. 52.67 as your actual mean. Okay, actual mean. Okay. This is the way you should find your actual mean in this case.